What's up, watchers, and welcome back to episode 8 of the Ironman series. So I did try to record the intro. I had a smithing daily challenge and I handed it in, but my recording software had cut the game screen really strange, so I only had sort of like this much across, so I don't quite know why that's happened, but I've sorted it out now anyway. We did get 51 smithing. My plan is to get up to 60 smithing for the orichalcum pickaxe, so I can mine the gems a lot faster. I should be able to get a gem a swing, so while I'm at work that'll be very, very handy for getting the 80 crafting requirement for invention. And I also need to start divination, which I might train while I'm at work, and do the caches as well, because I've got some night shifts coming up and nothing ever happens on nights. So I will get back to mining some rune. I've got 124 rune bars, loads of rune ores, but I've got no luminite. So I need to go and get 45 dungeoneering to unlock the resource dungeon in the mining guild. And I will be back with that. So I think I made a bit of a mistake. I decided to try a large dungeon, and as you can see there's loads and loads of rooms that I couldn't open. No skill requirements or not getting the keys, but yeah, only 6k experience, and it took me 40 minutes, so that's just not worth it. I think I'm going to stick to smalls and mediums. I'm feeling a bit like in a questing mood, and I want to get smoking kills done for the maximum amount of Slayer points. So I need to get 35 Slayer and do one quest. I have all the requirements for that quest and I kind of want to do them back to back, so I'm going to go and get 35 Slayer. I've got 93 grot worms as a task. See if I can make a little bit of GP as well. If you get a grot worms task, you can come to the entrance here if you don't have 50 agility, and you can just safe spot these two grot worms. And the reason that I would recommend doing these grot worms is A, they give the most experience, and B, you do get brew and restore drops as well as some salvage as well. So and the sharks will come in handy later on down the line, just because PVM, when you're getting hit a lot, you can use some rune stone spirits as well. Okay, so that's kind of handy. Kind of wish there'd been more of them, but is what it is, I suppose. But you can stand here as well to safe spot this one. So if you pop a burn on them, a bleed, and then run over here, when they move they will take triple the damage. So I missed the level, but I got 34 Slayer, so now I have all the requirements for Legacy of Seer Gaze, and I nearly missed the next level. I'm only 60 XP away, which is one more grot worm. So as you can see by the loot, I've had a few shark drops, a few super restore drops. Like, I've only had one brew drop, so I don't quite know what's happening there, whether they're a lot rarer than the rest of it. I was hoping to get a few more in the 30 kills that I've done, but for future reference, and for anyone out there that's going to get grotworm tasks in the future, bring alks. I've wasted pretty much all of my food just chomping a food to pick up the salvage that they drop. So I'm going to go back to the bank. I've now got 35 Slayer, which means I have all the levels for smoking kills as well. So I'm going to go and do that, and I'll be back with, I might do Legacy of Seer Gaze, so maybe 3 quests, we'll see. So we're coming in with the end of the Darkness of Hallow Vale quest. It's another 2 quest points, so pushing it up even higher. And the best thing that we get out of all of it is the agility experience, 7k agility experience, because everyone hates agility. And we get 6,000 experience and skill over level 30, so that's going to push us to 49 herblore as well. And we've also unlocked the temple trek in both ways, so we get the Bergdorf Ramble to go up to Patadermis, and we can do the temple trek to get back to Bergdorf. So that's going to be really handy for getting sharks later on. So we will just use all of it on Herbor. Don't misclick, because getting 2k defense experience would not be very helpful. And there we go, 49 Herblore as well. So we'll unlock the Scroll of Cleansing from Dungeoneering. Well, when we've got 49 Dungeoneering. And we're here with the completion of the Itralin's Little Helper quest. There's another 2 quest points, a little bit of experience, and a Cat's Beak Amulet. So now we have all the requirements for Legacy of Sea Gaze and Smoking Kills. And we're coming in with the end of the Smoking Kills quest for another quest point of 5k Slayer experience. But the most important thing that you get from completing this quest is you get the full amount of Slayer points from completing Slayer tasks. So while I was doing the quest and the fighting and stuff, I did a little bit of math. Because I need to unlock Slayer rings for invention, for precious components I think it is. It's the cheapest and easiest way of getting it on an Ironman. So I figured out that if I use Mashinette, which is the first Slayer Master that you can get points from, and then every 10th task do it at Summoner, because she's the highest level 1 that I can use right now, until 100 combat, and then I can use Curadel, I think is it 100 combat and 50 Slayer? Let's have a look. 100 combat, 50 Slayer, yeah. So if I can get the 50 Slayer and the 100 combat, then I can do it at Shiloh Village, and then my maths is wrong, pretty much. But for now, every task that I do at Mashina is going to give me 2 points per task. So when I finish 9 tasks off, that's 18 points, and my 10th task from Summoner gives me 60 points. So it'll take me 40 tasks in total, with a few points spare to unlock the Slayer rings, and 55 tasks to get the Slayer helmets unlocked, roughly. So I'm going to go and do some Slayer before I do the next quest, Legacy of Sea Gaze. So this is why we take tasks from Mashina in Canifis, because you get really small tasks. Like I've only got 53 crawling hands, so that'll only take a couple of minutes. The task I had completed before this was Pyre Fiends. I had 46 of those, so that took a couple of minutes, because how I've got my action bar set up is I've constantly got something tagged, and it always tags something else, so it makes it a lot easier. And I'm hoping that we can get the crawling hand thing as well, like the crawling hand Slayer collectible for the log. That'd be nice. If you get any tasks in the Slayer Tower, don't forget to pick up your contracts. Just for doing the contracts you can get either GP or a combat XP lamp. Some tasks aren't worth it for the GP and the combat XP, but I mean anything's welcome really. Like a little bit of GP can go a fair way on an iron. So coming in with the end of that task, and we got 2 Slayer points. So as I said earlier, it's going to take me about 40 tasks to get Slayer rings. There's not much point in me getting Slayer helmets first, because it only affects melee to start with, and I can't imbue it like you can on old school. I have to get the Hex Crest and Focus Sight, I think, from Strike Worm tasks. I think it's Desert and Jungle Strike Worms, but I could be wrong, and that's quite a high Slayer requirement. So I'm on the 10th task for the Slayer points, to get the 60 Slayer points, but I don't have 90 combat. I need 90 combat to use Summoner, otherwise it's going to take me a lot more tasks to do. So this is my starting chest, and we'll see what it is like at the end. So a quick update on where I'm at the moment. I just got a massive drop on the last run. 49 huge spiky rune salvage, taking me up to nearly 3 mil GP in Alks. I'm also 71 magic, 61 HP, so we're getting up there. So we're just about to be coming in with 75 magic, just after I've killed one of the Karazian warriors. So that unlocks the staff that we got from getting the 150 quest points. And it should unlock Firewave as well, while we're at it, and a couple of quests as well. So now that we've got that, I need to train up a little bit of defense. And I don't know, I might use the same method again, just doing this room, because this room's about 19k experience, and if you leave one up and teleport out, you get to come back in, and the other 4 mobs will have spawned again. So it's a really effective way of getting low, well, it's about 300 to 400k XP an hour, I would say. And it's a little bit quicker because of the Gothic staff spec. Sometimes you do kill that mob, and then you will get mobbed by this dude that he can hit like 1700s with melee, but he's not overly accurate. So I'm going to go test out the new staff, pick up my charms. So that's all I've been doing, is then teleport out to the PVM hub because it's a quick teleport. I'll go and stand near the bank to get my HP back, and then teleport to the Family Lodestone, recharge prayer, teleport back, and go through the Shadow Reef portal. So, oh, while I'm here I can get my staff out, wherever it's gone. There it is. No, don't destroy it. Swap it to a magic staff. So there we go, 1694 up from 1132. That's going to be a massive, massive bonus. And the staff actually looks pretty good. It doesn't look too bad. You hold it a little bit weird. I'm not sure you should hold staffs that far back, but I mean, if it's balanced, whatever. So I just did one last run with the staff before I have to go and cook food for the kids. And it's about the same speed because I'm not able to use the Gothic staff spec on cooldown. So sometimes when I've run out of basic abilities and my thresholds are just coming off cooldown, what I was doing was using the Gothic staff spec into a wild magic, or a Gothic staff spec into the asphyxiate, and it was hitting like an absolute truck. But it's about the same speed without doing the Gothic staff spec, so I have more adrenaline more often. So we'll just check the loot and see what we got, and I might actually take the loot out, to be honest, and get Alkin, because having 4 mil in my cash stack would be very, very advantageous. I might just take the spiky salvage and the cash out and just alk that. But 3.6 mil, that's not bad. Getting from, I think it was 60 magic to 75 and 1 defense level, so I can't really complain about that. So I think I need to go and unlock Miscellanea soon, because I do have the money to chuck into the coffers now. So I thought I'd just train a little bit of summoning, because my summoning's only level 4. And I managed to get an offhand rubber chicken drop from killing the chickens to get 16 summoning. So we're getting to a point now where we can start doing a little bit of PVM on the account. Like I've got, well, once I've hit 70 HP, I'll be able to go and start krill and bosses like that. But I want to actually learn the bosses and learn them to a point where I'm comfortable doing it on my Ironman. Because I don't want to spend hours and hours and hours collecting prayer potions to then waste them, I think it's worth me swapping my membership over onto my main account, just so I can learn those bosses to a good level where I'm not using so much food and so much prayer for no reward. So this is going to be it for the Ironman for now. And I'm going to shift over to a new series on my main account, but I will be returning to the Ironman and still playing bits and bobs on the Ironman to get some more levels and gains. Like I'm going to carry on mining gems and things like that. just to get up to the crafting requirements that I need, and I can also smith room while I'm in free to play, so I can still get smithing experience. So it's not over, and I'm not burnt out. But if I have to collect 300 prayer pots, waste 300 prayer pots trying to learn, learn racks or go to Vindicta, bosses like that, and I have to waste my prayer pots because I'm not competent enough. Like, I know you can do shield switches into resonance and debilitate for that 50% damage reduction for X amount of hits, but as we've already seen with Giant Mole, I'm not confident enough with the shield switching. So we're gonna swap the series over to the main account for a bit. I want to max that account anyway, so any future content that comes out, I can do it basically and learn it and whatever. So that's the end of episode 9 for a little while. I will see you in the next one, and I hope you enjoyed.